Greetings, greetings, greetings. This is attempt number 2, and we are going to pray to God that my internet doesn't go out a second time. But oh wait, I have atheist viewers probably. Make a deductive examination and try to reason using facts and objective logic to request, I don't know, Adams, that my internet connection doesn't randomly go out. I don't know, it's probably like neutrinos that are causing it or something. I never got into physics that much. I'm way more interested in philosophy and, psychology even more so. But that's completely besides the point. We're here to play the funny red level, so let's go ahead and play the funny red level. I feel like my mic is a little bit in the way, but I mean, I guess I do have the ability to get used to it eventually. That's an unfortunate first death. Says the man with attempt 123 on screen. There was a stream before this, but I deleted it because I don't want to flood my channel with 1,000 streams. Just because my internet wants to, reach teenage and just go full angst mode. Oh, that's cool. Okay, that's double cool. I'm flinching so hard my neck hurts. Okay, let's go. At the start of Michigan, are you kidding me? Well, at least we made it. No data. You stupid freaking excellent connection. It's like, make up your mind already. We're gonna go start position. Yes, I did search B with the extreme demon filter. That's an easy way to find the funny red level if you're ever in a pinch. No, we don't need to go back by this much. We're just gonna leave this little start position here on Michigan. I'm covering up the test mode. I wonder if that's important. No, I don't wanna move the... There's no Control Z, no BS, that's... Am I covering up too much now? How do you flip? For my next trick I shall disappear. Dude, how do you use this software? Dude, I have no idea how you use this software. Let's just make my cams a little bit smaller and that way try to not cover the test mode so people who are just joining will be completely aware that I am in start position mode and not actually going from the beginning. Dude, that's the first spike. Can I jump over? Can please. Do not call an ambulance. I am not having a stroke. I'm just stuttering for a comedic effect. Then I get like an epileptic seizure and you're like, oh, he's just being comedic again. Funny old guy that S-Blank G, This UFO is the most annoying portion probably of the... Maybe not the entire level. I feel like Etzer is more stressful due to how far into the level it comes. Not as in climax, but just as in arrive, Do people use arrive in a sexual context? That's something I am actually very curious of. If there are any English majors in my concurrent viewer base consisting of about a gazillion people, I'd deeply appreciate if you specified that to me. Thanks. Thanks in advance. This ball portion isn't... I mean, I can afford to lose focus, but it's not particularly the hardest portion of Michigan's part. So I can drop my guard just a little bit. But this UFO is the main problem because there's so little room for the basic amount of human error. I mean, I guess the general rule of thumb is that the earlier you can go without crashing into the little pillar that sticks out, the better. The more likely you are to actually make it out of the cube portal without just going all the way into the triple spike. Because going all the way into the triple spike is not a desired outcome. Also, that's another thing that can happen if you jump even just a millisecond too late. I mean, saying even just a millisecond too late is technically not correct because, you know, no matter how tight any timing window is, you can always go a literal millisecond too late. Although it's not that likely when the timing window is way more forgiving than that. Okay, can I at least nail this triple spike? The easiest portion, arguably the easiest portion of this part here. I actually found out that there was a 240 Hz bug in the dual, the 2 millisecond dual part of Michigan. I mentioned the dual and my brain was like, okay, put a start position there. No, we are not gonna practice the, you know, the one click section. I feel like that's a little bit too much to the right. I do want to make sure that I'm consistent with evasion's part. I did have to use the cheat sheet provided to me by the level to make sure that I actually knew which part that was, or whose part rather. Also, this is a very worrying sign. This is how I'm gonna end up playing when I actually make it here on normal mode. I am gonna cry on camera. I mean, I guess that's one more way to generate some views. Practicing Bloodbath, in brackets, cried on camera. I ended up putting the start position in the duel because I did want to make sure that you know, I'm coming out of the ship portal exactly as I would in a real run. God, I'm really stuttering today. I'm just completely lacking in the ability to communicate. I'm surprisingly bad at the Bayesian's part. You know, I have like 38%, which is... Actually, I think I have a replay of that on my channel back when I got 38. I'm really thinking of how should I, you know, cut this footage, this stream footage down when I, you know, eventually do end up making the video, because there's the obvious EVW route where I just, you know, do a funny moments compilation up to finally beating it. And then there's the route of, you know, just uploading individual progress clips from stream. My hand always gets stuck in the weirdest of positions when I'm mid-run. There we go, now I can put it back on the armrest. That's an unfortunate demise. A very grisly fate for our hero over here. I wonder if I should inform my friends that I started the stream again. I did actually have like 3 viewers. Not at any specific point, but you know, 3 playbacks altogether, which... My friends actually haven't seen the message. They either read it from the notification and just joined, or then it was an outsider. I'm saying that as if they don't belong now. I mean, if you're willing to actually watch this, kudos to you, because, you know, that's gonna give me the dopamine rush I need to carry on. Also, it's really interesting to see how these, you know, things that were only used to be present in just silent levels are slowly being taken into, you know, actually legitimate levels. The first one probably being straight flying, that wasn't seen in any other level type except the ones that were considered impossible by the wider community. Then I think the, you know, the orb spam thing, like the blue orb mesh in the beginning of Thardos, for example. I wonder what other silent level tropes there are. I mean, there aren't that many well-known silent levels to begin with, like maybe 3 or 4, unless you count the Hell trilogy as silent levels too. Which they, you know, specifically aren't. But I mean, I think Straight Wave is the only one that's like genuinely impossible to perform by a human being as far as we know nowadays. Without D-blocks, that is. But you know what I'm talking about. Even the Silent Circles remake doesn't feature the final part of the level, which... I mean, it... In theory, in complete theory, original unnerved Silent Circles is possible, but it's, you know, possible in the same way as winning the lotteries for any individual person. Or probably even less likely to happen. But in theory, a human being could mash the mouse and the spacebar buttons barely fast enough to stay between the lines that are being provided by these spikes there. And in theory, he could mash in just the right way to actually make it past it. But it's so unlikely that it might as well be called impossible, because that's, in all practicality, that's what it is. There's no one will ever beat original Silent Circles, except for the auto version, which, I mean, the auto version is probably gonna be beaten pretty soon, actually. I mean, I haven't been paying attention to the community, so it already might have been beaten, for all I know. Oh, we did not suck at the evasion part for once. That's a refreshment. You know, Crack's part is Crack's part. There's no way I'm making it past with this particular start position here. You know what? We're just gonna go back to the actual level. Let's not stall anymore. You know, let's just brute force it until we make it past Michigan eventually. Just keep getting there on normal mode until we eventually just barely, you know, scraped by it. Or something along those lines. I feel like that's pretty much what everyone who has been this level has done. It's just, you know, pushing until they eventually get consistent enough at Michigan. Ooh, I made it past the ball part once more. I have lost all abilities to communicate anymore. But that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make, you know, in order to beat this level within this $4 video game available now for purchase on steamapp.com. How did the number of playbacks go down? That's literally impossible. In the name of laws of physics, it's not possible for the views, the total amount of people who have ever viewed this stream, to just randomly go down. Is it some time reversal? Did the person who viewed this before just randomly disappear from, you know, the entirety of existence? It just completely ceased to exist from all time at all. I guess that's a cool little YouTube bug, just randomly, literally deleting viewers from all existence across all universes. You know, if multiverse theory is true, that is, there's no solid proof for that. But that's once again besides the point. I am playing the red level, and that's what I should be focusing on. But you know, there really isn't that much to commentate over here, you know, besides, you know, red. I am playing red level. So that's why my mind just wanders. It's like a coping method, because, you know, whose mind can actually deal with this? Tell viewers more about your stream. Gosh darn it, another person who just tells me to tell my viewers more about my stream, you know. I haven't seen you that much, Uncouth. It's actually been a hot minute since I've even, like, literally just seen you. Wasn't the description something like funny red lip? No, it wasn't that. It was... I actually forgot what I meant the description. I need to check that now, because that's really bothering me. Oh, it's the old description. Yeah, all is well. I've been just kinda no-lifing my way over here. You know, the usual stuff. I have played some Guitar Hero on off, but you know, this little $4 bastard here called Geometry Dash took all my attention, and now I've been playing it way more than Guitar Hero. But you know, that's just my gaming life. I recently graduated from high school, actually. Well, not that recent, it's been months, but you know, it was this year though. So it's relatively recent, yes, but, you know, I mean, it depends on how you just define time altogether. Let's not get fixated on whether it's old or new news. Also, can I stop dying at the baby's first straight fly section? No, apparently not. Okay, now we're not gonna make it to the baby's first straight fly section. Congrats, thank you. Sorry, my chat is on the other side of the entire planet right now. I really need to like squint my eyes to see it. Oh, Beat Saber, yeah, I've never actually played it, mainly because I do not even own a VR headset. Because, I mean, I wonder, where's the skill cap in that game? You know, does that game have its own share of the crazy players, like, you know, the stuff you see with the top players of Guitar Hero, like Shmooey doing all kinds of crazy shit? Does that game have its own share of the people, if you know what I'm, you know, alluding to here. That was not a sexual euphemism, and I will not tolerate anybody assuming it was a sexual euphemism. Made it past the ball part. Sorry, I need to focus for this part here. Okay, not anymore. Beat Saber is incredibly addictive. I wish Clone Hero would learn from the BS ranking system. Yeah, Beat Saber has a few more competitive aspects than CH. Oh, so those like... So it has like the whole timing matters thing where Clone Hero is just, you know, hit the note through any means necessary. It doesn't matter if you bash the guitar to the side of your desk to hit that section, it only matters that you hit the note. The skill curve's infinite. There are plenty of maps no one can beat, just like in CH. I mean, yeah, impossibility itself I don't think really defines a skill gap per se, because of course there's the human limit that eventually comes into play, especially with a game as physical as Beat Saber, I'd assume. You know, just pulling your shoulders, just completely breaking the bones in your arms by just the heavy swinging you're doing. You know, Battle Ropes, the video game. I'm really blowing at this game right now. I mean, I'm playing better than I was, you know. I got the 38% PB that I uploaded way back by just straight grinding for like dead-ass 3,000 attempts straight. Until one of them just made it that far into the level. So I'm definitely doing better now in this game than I was back then, but even then, you know, there's really not much to commentate here. If the game's mechanics support maps up to impossible, they can be completed in. Okay, but what about the truly impossible maps? You know, the equivalent of just going to Clone Hero and putting your BPM up to like 1000 and just, you know, painting with the notes. That's the best way I can describe it. You know, is there a one where you just get hit by like... get bombarded with blocks that are just literally impossible to break? And you know, since the whole arrow thing, you know, it matters where you swing from, that's what I understand about the game. But is it theoretically possible to chart in a way where the arrows conflict with one another, where on top of each other there's a box that points down and a box that points up, making it literally impossible to get past Bloodbath? Thank you for your inputs. You're really adding to the stream, the conversation. You know, why, since we're naming levels after bodily fluids anyway, what's stopping people from making a brown level called Poop Bath, or, I don't know, Poop Circles? Beat Saber supports the same things but in 12 lanes and multiple directions. Yeah, you can map as terribly as you want. That's absolutely perfect. I'm sold. Where can I get this Beat Saber? Literally just purchase the game to, you know, be a nuisance in every way, shape, and form. Holy shit. You know, that's a good name for a level, actually. Since some levels like Ice Carbon, Diablo X, or even just the difficulty of Demon really scrapes the whole religious theming. So I feel like Holy Shit wouldn't be too far off as a level name. Just combining the tropes of bodily fluids and religious themes. You know, if you make that layout I promise to decorate it as long as it's not like 4 minutes long. If you make like a 90-second to 2-minute layout with the name holy shit, no matter how terrible, as long as it's possible, I promise to decorate it. And you can clip this. Okay, I don't think I have the clipping feature, but you can I don't know, shadow play this to hold me accountable here. 5 out of 10 top ranked levels at the moment are... Have you ever seen my layouts? No, I have not. Those Beat Saber level names say absolutely nothing to me. I'm not aware of the... Sorry, I'm just busy dying over here. I don't know about the wider community. I've seen like big streamers playing the game once or twice. So you really have to like give me a full course on the game's community aspect in Discord DMs or something like that. My left hand is once again wandering. Infant Annihilators is a band. Infant Annihilator songs. Now I'm sorry, I'm just being very stupid over here. Is that like a general trend, or is like the top 5 songs or whatever just consisting literally all just of their songs or something? Like, are you exaggerating, or is that an objective fact? Gosh darn it, again at the ballpark. We're reaching attempt 100 over here with no progress whatsoever. That's very unfortunate. God, my face is red. It shouldn't function like this, but that's simply how I function. You know, I'm a little shy in front of the camera. I think it's because of this, I don't know, I don't even know how many watts, but just this light that's constantly shining on my face here, and I'm just burning alive. Soon I'll have no skin left. Current ranking rules limit BPM to 350. Oh gosh darn, how will I ever chart anything with a limit that harsh? Leading to people mapping a lot of Infant Annihilator. The ranking team recently banned songs by that to get more variety. Turn off trail. Shut up, stupid hater. I will literally go to the GD game files just to bump up my trail, make it 12 times wider. I don't know, I'm just used to the trail, even though it's very glitchy on more than 2 Hz. You know, mobile, do it. Dude, I'll lose viewers. I'm at an all-time high. If I do anything that's anything less than, you know, flashing colors and screaming and boos, I'll just lose all viewers because everyone's attention span is like 2 milliseconds nowadays. At least we have the red level with flashing colors to keep people busy. They're just staring at their screen like... Is this Riot? You know, funny red level will generate my pension. Real fact. Straight flying is actually just harder with the trail. That I have no experience about. Tell me what file I have to modify in which way and I will do it. But I will not go to the files to just scroll through them to, you know, make the stream about me looking for the file I need to delete. Unfortunately, I cannot be. This is the second best level in the game. I have no particular opinions about what is the best level in the game, for I have, like, my hardest demon is probably, like, Cycles by Rubbed Up Games. I mean, it's ICDX right now. It's actually my most recent upload, which got copyright claimed by DJ Nate's label, not label, network. That's... And I mean, you know, shame on me for not uploading 90 seconds of uninterrupted audio owned by somebody else, but I have learned from that experience, and if I do upload a replay of me beating Bloodbath, I will distort the song beyond recognition. Or just talk over it, I don't know. Real fact is the second best level in the game. Fuck bro, I haven't done that in like 3 years. It's like trail in the game files, lol. ICDX is fun. I mean, yeah, it is. It's kinda fun, yes, but it's also very tedious. Because of the random difficulty spikes. So I guess if you're like... If you're good enough to the point where you can just sort of power through the level, it's... ICDX is the equivalent of stereo madness, then I guess it can be fun. Kinda in the same way as Clubstep I find very fun, even to this day, despite being like baby's first level. On today's standards anyway. Or even, not just today's standards, even on my standards, and I'm like the worst player in the entire community. There's like one hard part in that yeah, the 40% sucks boss, exactly. But the rest is fun. There are chip parts similar to the 40% part in 2 other portions of the level, which also suck. The first chip part, I mean, the first chip part has the benefit of being very early on in the level, so it's like the first cockblock, and after you're past it, it's over. But I mean, if you were to nerf the 40% chip part in a way that, you know, makes the level balanced out, then I definitely wouldn't even hesitate calling the level just very fun to play. I mean, it doesn't suck in the same way as Supersonic did. I did not enjoy the Supersonic grind, and to this day it is a big mystery how I powered through that grind despite... I mean, Supersonic is not... I mean, it was the hardest thing I had beaten when I did beat it, but... You know, it wasn't like the hardest thing I could beat even back then. I mean, considering I beat Windy Landscape right after. I mean, even now I feel like Bloodbath is pretty much at the top of my potential right now. So I'm probably grinding the right level. Okay, why do I keep dying at the babies first? Babies first, you know, range of motion. Ever. Sorry, I gotta pause to read the chat. It's very hard being a multi-million-dollar streamer. Gotta mesh during that ball. I don't think the start sucks per se. Because, I mean, it depends on what you define as the start. I think that everything after, like, 35% is the most fun part of the entire level. Besides maybe some individual portions of Etzer's part. I need to figure out a way to move my chat closer. I mean, I guess I could, like, run GD borderless windowed and make it, like, always on top, but that would make the hazard of accidentally clicking off game way bigger than it already is. You know, I don't play windowed, but it's easy to just accidentally click the second monitor if my mouse is not like all the way on the right side of the screen with like 2 dpi. 9%. I don't want to like turn this into a workout, so that's why I'm not like putting all my oomph into this ball part here. Also, I have had attempts during which I clicked too fast. Once you get past Michigan, it's smooth sailing. First like 30% is so poo. GD window has more input lag. Bad idea. That I am not aware of. I mean, I'm gonna take your word for it because you're like, I don't know, you've been like X-Step version 2 by Neptune. Which is way harder than what anything I've done in this game. I mean, I guess always on topping the chat window would still work, even if the... Actually, no, this game is very weird, so I don't think it actually even would work. Maybe with, like, Guitar Hero or pretty much any other game besides GD, but otherwise, world-class accomplishment. Got the icon and everything. Dude, you got the icon? Did you get the ultimate deadlocked icon, though? You'll need to provide footage of this phenomenon. I do not believe you. Dude, stop dying at the, like, first millisecond of the entire level. There we go. A change of view. Okay. I'ma shut up for now. Dude, screw you. I almost wore there, but you know, I gotta stop myself. My mom has like a 2 per mil chance of watching this. No, I only got 2 coins, missed one, got too nervous for the last one. The final boss fight was very stressful. You know, those guys could beat me up any day of the week. I'm very glad I managed to dodge all of their attack. I'm like actually tryharding in that ball part, I just... Okay, I tried to shut up for Michigan, but that didn't work that time. Thank you. How do you die there? Like, you could be the worst player, you know, 300 attempts into your practice run, finally making it to 15%, and even that mobile gamer playing on like Samsung Galaxy X cover wouldn't die on that spike. Speaking of 150 attempts, my attempt count is just going up. It's probably already at like, I don't know, 3,000. Almost 3,000. Not quite there yet. Dude, how? Come on. Come on. Not as in climax, I mean as in arrival. But that's completely besides the point now, isn't it? Why am I mashing my keyboard? Is that like a stress reliever? So stressed out for making it to 2% on red level. Red level 2, the long-awaited sequel to Cataclysm. I mean, technically this is red level 3, because Red World came way before Cataclysm. Dude, I'm just gonna break my mouse. Hopefully I'll be able to buy a new one with the gazillion dollars I'm gonna make from this stream here. I don't think I even have a donate button. I think you have to be partnered for that. You know, which is Probably for the better, because some fucking dumbass is gonna click on this and just drop like $9 billion and charge back. And then I'll have to pay for the investigations with money I do not possess. So it's probably for the better that and no one has any methods of funding any of my unacceptable actions. Okay, how do you die there? Probably by accidentally clicking too early. Okay, answer has been provided. No need to wonder anymore. Is my chat up to date? Yeah, it is. I had to make sure because of the immense amount of activity that is currently happening in the side of my view. Dude, my face is actually burning. It's probably like looking like Mars out here. Actually, I'm like turning into Bloodbath as we speak. Man, do I get food or study? I don't know your exact circumstances right now. What do you need to study for? You know, what do you need nutrition for? I need to know these facts and I will provide you a objectively correct answer. Dude, how do you die at the first ship part? Like, can somebody provide me with the tutorial for that? A psychology test in like 4 hours. What time is it there? It's like 12. So, are you like in school as we speak? I'd say that depending on the priority, if you absolutely need to get a good score on this psychology exam, then just like go hype beast mode and just study like crazy with no distractions whatsoever. If you only care about passing, then eat food and study. But if it's like, dude, whatever, I'll just freaking, you know, psychology, whatever, dude, then, like, I mean, at that point, it's just like follow your instinct, which probably is to eat food and not study. But I mean, that also depends on if you've even studied anything before this, because if the 4-hour window you described is your only chance, or should I say final chance to study for this exam, then I'm not sure if it's really even worth it at this point to really... I mean, I guess go all out as hard as you can to maximize your score. That's always the best advice you could give anyone, but besides that, like, I feel like acceptance is part of the process of getting over a hard exam. I'll read your latest message soon. Dude, how? 5 weeks of content and I have no idea what's going on. Is the teacher like doing Eminem rapping to the point where it's impossible to follow what they're talking about, or have you just not been paying attention because the class is boring? Or a mixture of both? No, I'm playing WoW during class. If you're talking about the trust level with like cheater click section, difficult level number 3000. Oh no, you're not. Okay, now I know. Context clues. Context clues. Do not answer that. I have made a fool of myself. You are talking about the immensely popular MMORPG. Not the trust level that is literally impossible for a human being. Dude, don't say the evil man's name in my chat. That's very, very, very offensive. I am gonna cry now. Do you have the resources to hop on Discord? So I don't have to like break my neck every time you communicate? Unless that provides entertainment, you know, anything to entertain my 9 billion concurrent viewers. For the sake of novelty, we're hopping back on start position. So we were at evasion before. I really don't want to practice this ball part since it's already like a 60% chance of me making past it. Oh, you're like actually physically at school and not online learning. Okay, my browser window has just like scroll all over the place. Do double note? Let's go. Also, I don't like the way my game looks. How the screen just scrolled down like that. This is better. Now I can actually like play based on visual muscle memory. That was probably the straightest fly I've ever done in my career. Okay, YouTube is bitching about my internet connection once more. Let's see if there are any objective. It says 4 bars on my personal computer that I use for work and play. Okay, that was a really good attempt right there. I mean, I already probably jumped too early with the... Not too early, too late with the UFO there, so... Me dying that early into the UFO part. Okay, why am I sucking at that UFO part altogether? Why am I just so bad at it suddenly? I like how the Z order of this level has just completely been fucked up by 2.1. Work and play simultaneously. You know, my work is to play. I think that's a bad position for the start position. That's a bad start position, if you will. I was pretty much startled by the fact that I actually made it out of the cube portal there, because it definitely looked like I went too late there. You know, that's what I expected to happen on the attempt, that the surprising outcome happened. The general rule of thumb with that part is, as I said a little earlier in the stream, to go as early as you humanly can without crashing into the pillar that sticks out. Wow. Correct. Hello, sir. I think I know who you are based on your username, but I am not going to make any rash assumptions here. You know, none of what I speak is making any sense anymore. I'm like I don't know, 40 minutes into my stream here and I'm just like going full moron mode altogether. That's why I'm also sucking at this game this bad. Just generally bad at video games altogether. Okay, stop dying. That's what I tell my grandfather in the hospital every day. I was using the washroom at school, and the dude next to me like flooded the toilet, and it fucking flooded with poo water. Delicious soup, if you will. Although I can't quite form the mental image required here. So you were in like a stall, I'm assuming. Victim of a hate crime. What a devastating experience. Your keys definitely should go to testify in court. You know, get your keys a lawyer over here. Is the food part of your sponsorship? Which food are you speaking of? You are making even less sense than I am currently, Mr. Roni Hyvärinen. The Roni Hyvärinen, if you will. Dude, I'm like attempt 50 into this. How many attempts is this? This copy is pretty new, so it probably doesn't have like 9 billion attempts, as you probably could see. From the attempt count, that was like 400. Which for Geometry Dash standards is honestly pretty low, unless you're playing like Serial Madness by Wrapped Up Games. The Wrapped Up Games, if you will. Oh my god, I was mentioned in a YouTube video on my way to... Oh god, I completely butchered that word. The V word, the fabled V word that Ben has many problems about the way I pronounce that word. But what food sponsorship are you speaking about? I literally have no idea what you're communicating with that message. It's the most cryptic thing I have seen all day. Please make it past evasion, it's literally the easiest part of the entire level. Please. Please spare me from this humiliation before 3 pairs of eyes. Potentially more if any of them is, you know, in a room with more people watching from one device, in which case I'm gonna tell you that you're making a huge mistake for not providing me with the proper amount of views I need. Whip out every single one of your devices and just play this stream on them simultaneously to maximize my view count. If you're on PC, just open like a billion tabs with audio on every single one of them for the best experience. How do you die in the pink orb transition? That's literally inhumane. Like, no human being can perform that action. You know what, that's gonna be enough for me. I'm gonna go normal mode. I'm saying I'm gonna, as if I didn't already do so. Has Bloodbath even been here? Bloodbath as in the person who's a reoccurring viewer on my channel, not as in the infamous griefer of the oldest anarchy server in Minecraft. Or maybe both, I don't know. I don't think the infamous griefer has revealed their true identity, so they could be the same person for all I know. I need to ask him IRL. How did my playback amount jump to 2 digits? It was like 8 and now it's 12 out of nowhere. Who's refreshing the stream? Is somebody doing the opening more tabs doesn't make more viewers? Yeah, but it's definitely bumping up my playback amount. As I described in my shock there. I think it's like... I think it's a mixture between IP scanning as well as checking which user you're on. Like if you were to, I don't know, have 10 laptops with VPNs or Tor with 10 separate users on YouTube watching the same stream, that would probably bump out the actual concurrent viewer count up. I mean, not probably, that would bump it up, period. So if you're willing to start gathering the funds for that, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks in advance. You know, thanks in advance is definitely one of the most entitled things you can just generally say anywhere. Now that I have explained my joke, I shall go back to playing the red level, which I have been doing for the last, I don't know, 50 minutes now, I assume. Oh, it is my Ronnie Legion. Oh. The goons are back. I just did a freaking slur accidentally there. I need to record my apology video immediately. Gosh. No, I did not mean to say the slur. I am very sorry about what just happened. I meant to say the G word, goon, as in an associate. I mean, it's not a synonym to associate, but when I was like 10, I would make a vine and leave my iPod open playing it so I can make a vine. That alone is like the best joke you could ever make. I mean, I personally, when I was, you know, like 12, and not 12, but 13 and uploading my first YouTube videos, I always told myself, I don't want to artificially bump up the viewer count because that doesn't reflect the true data. I was that kid, yes. However, we did, at 15 years old, me and my friend, or my friend and I rather, got the idea to take a video one of my online associates made and just refresh the shit out of it to bump the viewer count to like 100 when he had like, I don't know, 20 subscribers on his channel. Then he came to me bragging like, dude, this is the most views any of my videos have ever had. And then I said, no, we just refreshed it. And he didn't even believe us. He to this day lives in the belief that his video naturally achieved 100 views. I mean, anything that makes him happier, I guess. That's all power to him. For your own mental health, it's objectively better to be a happy idiot rather than a miserable intellectual. Giving philosophy lessons while playing the red level. %. Gosh darn it, I've been playing for 1 hour with no progress at all. The closest I've made it to my PB is 30%, and that was a pretty freaking stupid death. Dude, 11 again. Infinite view generator. It actually stopped counting at one point when we did the refresh thing, and once it had been like 30 refreshes with no new views added, we just gave up on the project and decided fuck it, 100 is enough. But we did want to go crazy with it. The original idea was to go like do it for like hours upon hours and see how far we could get. But it's either the AI catching on or just YouTube glitching in general that stopped the count going up any further. Well, we made it past 11. That's always a refreshing sight to see. A refreshing experience to behold. Gosh darn it, the freaking stupid part. Yeah, I called the part the S word. What of it? Okay, apparently that's a way to die as well. You know, the more you know. I could see that death coming from... The second my ships just started going down or up, because I'm upside down, I already knew that, yep, this is it. An unfortunate end. Dude, stop dying there. Me to my dying grandfather in the hospital. It's a daily ritual to say that, in the faint hope that he would listen. I do not have any specific schedule, but you know, if I start getting like irritated, like actually angry with this game, that's when I'm gonna actually start considering ending the stream, because I don't wanna, because that's not fun to watch. Because when I get, my type of gaming rage isn't like the funny screaming at monitor, you know, the angry German kid breaking keyboard compilation. You know, I just get so nihilistic and just start going, yeah, it wasn't fucking meant to be to begin with. You know, that type, and that's just something nobody wants to watch other than maybe a sadist, I guess. So once that starts happening, that's when I'll probably start wrapping things up. But that's not the, like, that's the last indication of me ending the stream, not the first. Best relative in hospital. Don't make fun of my commentary, make fun of my playing skills. The playing skills are something I'm actually not insecure about, but my commentary, I'm very on edge over here, dude. I have 2 viewers, and I'm supposed to keep them entertained because everyone's attention span is, like I said, like 2 milliseconds. If I should probably add a JPEG of boobs in the corner here to keep my viewers engaged, even if the red flashing colors aren't enough. Remember, chat, go at 15. Bro, how far away is your other monitor, man? It's not a monitor to begin with, it's a TV. Hope that answers your question. Hope your mind can fill in the blanks. Vamos. Dude, don't start speaking Uzbekistan on me. The most multilingual man in Bosnia and Herzegovina. Why did that stupid freaking browser scroll once again? I would like to see how many concurrent viewers I have. Stop scrolling. Get yourself boobs and a V-neck shirt, then you have a skull. Dude, I cannot read from this far away scrumptious audience. I'm assuming that's what the word is. I did actually joke about, you know, pulling out my boobs earlier, but you know, I'm a little shy like that. I don't want people judging my body. I haven't quite learned to love myself yet. 5%, dude. That's like funny, bro. Dude, I died at the troll orb. You can unsubscribe now. Die at every single troll orb in Bloodbath challenge. Recheck from the other side of the country. That's also something I did joke about earlier. I made the joke about, sorry, the chat is on like the other side of the planet near. I could probably open up the stream on my phone, but you know, that's just, then I would have to constantly tap on the screen to make sure it doesn't start sleeping on me. That would also be detrimental to the Ethernet connection, which is already slow to begin with. Okay, can I at least make it past 1%? Very much so appreciated, yes. Okay, that's... I mean, it was more than 1%, so I have no right to complain. Dude, I kinda miss when people would actually, you know, do these clever placements for speed portals. Nowadays it's just like 2.0, making very large speed portals that are impossible to miss and making them invisible. I just now realized that we're once again in the triple digits. I mean, like I specified, this grind is definitely not gonna be over by the end of this here stream. Now, as for if I'm gonna make this a daily occurrence, maybe not daily, but even just a repeating occurrence of me streaming this level. Could be. It really comes down to my motivation as well. I don't wanna force myself to do something of this caliber, because playing Geometry Dash levels of this caliber, you know, isn't something you just do completely unmotivated and shit. I don't know, I'm just half-assing my sentences over here. Sorry guys, English isn't my first language. Stupid ballpark. New Minecraft 1.8 stream looks different from... Is the fucking title 1.8? Thank you. You may need to refresh to see the new title. I thought it saved the title when I changed, but I guess it didn't. That's very unfortunate. This video has probably been bombarded by dislikes by people who just popped in and realized, this isn't Minecraft, what the hell? Well, you win some, you lose some. Let's make the title actually proper to have an ounce of potential of actually... Then game, let's set it to Geometry Dash Sub-Zero, there we go. I didn't set it to Sub-Zero, I lied. Misled once again. Now I am hoping that it updated. I'm appreciative of you pointing that out, because I would not have noticed. I mean, I'm not gonna stream for that long anyway, so it's not like it matters, but that's freaking stupid on YouTube's part, because I did change the title, but Then the stream abruptly ended because of internet connection issues. And then I started another stream, but apparently instead of saving the new title of the stream just before, it decided to pick the old title of the stream even before that one. And that's freaking stupid. Is the thumbnail even correct? No, even the freaking thumbnail is wrong. Stupid freaking website. Okay, now everything should be up to date as is. Okay, currently I have 0 viewers, but that's not a problem to me. I talk to myself to begin with. This camera is here just for... Like, might as well record it since I'm gonna do it anyway. I do not talk to myself. I don't know, the thumbnail is kinda gangster. Are you talking about the block face one? I actually did want to add my face heavily modified into this thumbnail as well, but I just got too lazy about it. So then I just made it a generic Bloodbath screenshot. I mean, it pretty much captivates what this live stream is about. Make your face cube in game. That's what I did actually think of, but that's kind of also an overused trope to do it every time. Considering I already made my face the Minecraft block for the other thumbnail. I mean, I'm not gonna edit this particular thumbnail anymore, but if I'm gonna... I do want to alter the thumbnails for each stream I do in the future. So if I do end up streaming this again, and I am talking about Bloodbath in specific, I will create a new thumbnail for it, but we'll have to see about what I come up with. I may even just start making the thumbnails in advance, so I can just pop one in each time I just do stream, so that saves me the trouble. You know, when I'm actually inspired to make a thumbnail, like a proper, an actually good thumbnail, I'll sit down to just and put actual effort into it, and then use it later. Because that's something a lot of YouTubers tend to end up doing, which is they go through the trouble of making the video and then they just want to get it out as fast as possible. So they just kind of half-ass the thumbnail, hop on, like, I don't know, paint.net, take a screenshot of the video and just add some text to it, and boom, that's it. Now, there are many ways of making a eye-catching thumbnail. My current go-to strategy is to make it just, you know, either be very objective about what the video is about, or if it's like some very chill, laid-back, you know, playing a game while talking over it type of stuff, then I will try to make it just as freaking weird as possible, like my two last Let's Play thumbnails have been, where my face is just warped beyond belief. I actually have multiple videos queued up right now, or not queued up, but recorded. I just gotta edit them down. It's just that I'm looking at the footage and I'm going like, yeah, some of these just don't work. Because I'm either like very tired. I recorded a Wario Land 4 Let's Play, the game for the Game Boy Advance. But all throughout the footage I'm just like, wow, cool, I got a coin. And that's just kinda like, dude, you'd need some heavy editing to make that remotely interesting. Unless you're like Markiplier. But I am not Markiplier as far as I'm concerned. Okay, now it says good connection and not excellent connection. I mean, I'm just gonna trust the fact that YouTube isn't being stupid at the moment. YouTube has a problem. Hey guys. So there's this problem with youtube.com where I don't have a million views. Stop scrolling the stupid screen. I wanna see my stats. You know, this is the stuff I have to deal with on a minute-by-minute basis. Gosh diddly darn it. Yeah, I said it. And I'm not afraid to say it again. We're almost at 200 attempts here. Yeah, we're gonna push this attempt count all the way to like 20,000 by the end of this. End of this grind. 24/7 grind. First one to the gym and last one to the gym. I mean, if you're gonna be at the gym for that long, you're not gonna make any progress. You're just gonna completely destroy your muscles, and then you have to wait like 3,000 years for them to recover. Unless you're just sitting there. I'm making so much progress, says the man who's like sitting on the bench. I kind of utilized the wavy straight fly strat there. If you saw. No, it says excellent connection. I am very happy about that. I mean, it's gonna scroll the screen soon again. The scrolling is caused by the YouTube going like, dude, your bitrate is low. I'm warning you that the bitrate is low. And then it just scrolls it in an annoying manner. Unfortunate. I mean, maybe if I took a 10-minute break here, I probably could get back my consistency, because the thing is, when you play these difficult things, if you just go like hours upon hours just straight, eventually you'll just lose your consistency completely. Not because of fatigue per se, but I mean, maybe it's because of fatigue. I don't know exactly what it's caused by, but hello, whatever your name is, Minekin, it appears. And then there is Ben saying scroll of yo mama. Yes, thank you for your input. Gosh, funny guy that Ben over there. Greetings, Minekin. I'm not sure if I said hello back to you already. I'm very bad at communicating in general. Don't take it too hard. I'm also kind of playing the funny red level as we speak. That's kind of also, you know, occupying some of my... Is that actually you? Or are you just being funny, man? I don't know how to pronounce my name either, lol. How did you come up with it? Was it like we're just mashing your keyboard until something sounded good, or is there an actual story behind your name? It's either Minikin or Minekin, I'm not sure. I mean, my name has a pretty similar story, honestly. It's kind of... There's about a billion ways to pronounce my name. When I came up with it, I thought of S blank G, but... You know, people have been calling me from... everything from SG blank, splank, splank, splank G... and just anything in between. I mean, some people have called me dumbass too, but I don't know how they came up with that nickname in particular. I typed monkey with my eyes closed really fast and just went with it. I mean, it's kind of impressive that it came out pronounceable in the end, though. Because that's not something that usually happens. You know, the first assumption would be... First assumption would be it coming out just as, like... Super gamer. Yeah, SG actually has a long-ish story behind it. It's not that complex, though. I was like 11 or 12, walking to school, and I thought of the PewDiePie Geometry Dash video, where he said, I like this guy. His name is Salad. And then I just started thinking about, dude, the word salad actually sounds kinda funny. And then I came up with Salad Guy. And that was my name for a few years, in fact. Then it changed to IIISGIII. And then it changed to a lot of things until finally ending up with S blank G. The blank comes from just kind of... it's kind of just signifying because I was trying to come up with a new name. I wanted to drop the SG altogether because what it stood for, I was like 15 and went, dude, the salad guy is so cringy. So having even just SG, which is a remnant of it, is just, I wanna remove that altogether. But then, so then I came up with blank. I never actually changed my name to blank, but blank was sort of a placeholder in my head. Until just thinking, dude, blank is actually kinda sick. Then I googled it and found like 10 billion other YouTube channels with the name blank. Minam Salarlodhi. Yeah, why not just change my fucking name to... Please type that out, I actually wanna see how that looks. But yeah, that's when I decided, why not just combine SG and blank? And then that's where S blank G came from. Yaruskits. Greetings, I do not speak Russian, I can barely read Cyrillic alphabet. So you can like completely swear me off over here on the yard. I mean, yeah, that's what I was going for with the, you know, trying to come up with that personal name that doesn't come up with any other results. But it's also, if you can find the in-between, where it's completely pronounceable, easy to remember, but also, you know, original enough where it's the first result when you search for your name. That's the perfect in-between. Good examples of this are people like Dream. You know, Dream is a very common word, so it's... You know, you need insane numbers to pull off a name like that. And being the first result. Or Ninja, that's even bigger of a surprise. If Ninja had like joined Twitch at like, I don't know, 2005, then pretty much having the name all to himself is very likely, but you know, by the time he probably joined there already, or not joined but blew up, there probably already were quite a few people with the name Ninja. Good luck on Bloodbath, though Michigan's part would make me go insane, lol. I mean, it probably already has made me go insane now, and yes, X-River, your name is very sick. I mean, X-River, it's kind of almost suffering from the same hindrances as S-G in the way that, okay, it's completely pronounceable, yes. And it generally doesn't generate that much confusion, but it also has some of that XXX Pussy Slayer 6000 XXX energy. So X River is like, it's a good Call of Duty name, but, you know, if you were like, you know, the 10 million subscriber YouTube channel X River, here being Bendios MC HD TV Minecraft Let's Plays and more being interviewed for his 20 million subscriber milestone. If you catch what I mean over here. But Asblank G has also kind of grown on me to the point where I just don't feel like changing it anymore. My name on WoW is X River and some dude was pronouncing it River. I mean, yeah, like xylophone. I mean, it's... it's River. Hold on, does that imply that WoW has voice chat? Because I was not aware of that before. If I was talking to you, I'd just call you River. I mean, yeah, I call him by his first name. Because that's way easier than saying XXX Bendios MC HD TV Minecraft Let's Plays and more 6000 XXX every time I address him. I actually want to change it because I wanted to go melee tournaments and no shot I was going to be signing up as Bendios MC. Yeah, that's what most people do. Yeah, River, it's easier to pronounce than X River, but it's also kind of the... My brain has a hard time, you know, registering the word river. Because when you say river, I don't think of you, I think of an actual river. But when you say X River, I suddenly do not think of a hole in the ground that used to be a river. But instead, I think of actually your username. So it's easier for my mind to process if I just refer to you as either X River or by Ben. Also, my ears are like completely clogged up right now, which is... Is your middle name actually River? I didn't even know that was a, like, legal name to give someone. I mean, there are some house... or not household objects, but you know, my last name literally means bear in English. So, it definitely does happen where names are literally just... I mean, yeah, that's a pretty common origin story. I have this... Sometimes I like to write poems, and I have this alter ego called Leo. And the origin of Leo is literally just the fact that it's my it's my second name. Or not. Or middle name, rather. Because second name is almost like last name, which... No, my last name is not Leo. I'm like itching all over the face. You deserve a lot more subs for the level you're doing and how interactive you are with the viewers. I mean, dude, I have undiagnosed ADHD. There's no way in hell I could focus on this level even if I didn't speak at all. So I might as well communicate as I played. But hey, that's... I mean, that's a compliment that truly touches the heart. I do appreciate if that you actually think so. And I mean, that's kind of something I've been also sort of trying to live by, you know. The only barrier between me and more subs is pretty much just the fact that I'm not uploading enough for the algorithm. He deserves 0 subs on YouTube channel terminated. I was bummed by it. Okay, now you're just being a big fat mean hater on... Dude, that's so mean. You just undid that other person's compliment. Minekins. Sorry, I called you other person, that's very rude of me. Now I'm just gonna cry myself to sleep because of you. Question mark, lol. I bet you Dude, don't scare off my only viewer, Ben, please. Why are you being so mean? Also, please don't expose me like that. If anyone asks, I do not eat rocks. Completely false information. Misinformation, if you... You're scaring me, Ben. I'm fucking dying in the library. Greetings, Nicholas. We have a new viewer, guys. I mean, as good as I can be while playing Bloodbath for the 300th time. I mean 326th time. Does he eat rocks? Dude, don't stop spreading this information. That's... I told you that with confidence. Hi Nicholas, I've been here for 7 years. In this particular stream, because I have a hard time believing that you have been viewing this particular stream for 7 years. You know, it's sort of this... I probably haven't even been alive for that long, honestly. You know, that's a long time. Message retracted. No, Nicholas, don't censor yourself. You can be yourself in my chat as long as yourself isn't, like, the most racist human being on planet Earth. You know, as long as you're, like, respectful, you can be yourself. You don't need to retract your messages. Now Ben's doing it too. God freaking damn it. My first proper stream and it's already going to shit. Rock Eater detected. New Divine Demon by Noble Boy. Rock Eater verified by Nepesta. Ah, my voice just cracked there. Why do I keep dying at the baby's first ship section? I like have made no progress this entire stream. I've been stuck on 38 for like the, I don't know, past year or so. Maybe even 2. We're going back to Michigan's part because that's the only thing keeping me sane at this point. This is the only bit of variety we're gonna get all stream here, playing with start position. Okay, we're literally failing the triple spikes. Dudes, I do not like that UFO part in particular. Literally laughing to myself. That's what you get for trolling. And thank you, Nicholas. I personally do not think so when compared to the top players of the game, but I'm always appreciative of a compliment. Dude sitting next to me probably thinks I have mental problems. Yeah, and he's probably right. It scares me how Bloodbath isn't even on the extended list. That's literally the thing, though. You know, if I were to upload a commentary-free replay of me just beating Bloodbath, you know, Geometry Dash Bloodbath by Riot and more, Extreme Demon in brackets, with even a well-made thumbnail, the odds of that getting even like, I don't know, 30 views, especially with my sub count, is very low nowadays. Which one is you harder, Extreme? My hardest level in Geometry Dash right now is Ice Carbon Diablo X. I have not beaten Cataclysm and I really am not that motivated to beat Cataclysm either because the difficulty spikes in that level, just it's all over the place. It's like... It starts as very easy, then you're hit with the wave part. Okay, the wave part is... Once you get past that, it's smooth sailing for a while. Then you get to the cock block ship part at 40%. Then when you get past that, you get the other cock block ship part at 68%. You've jumped from ICDX to Bloodbath. I mean, it doesn't take a lot of skill to just play Bloodbath. I mean, that player that just downloaded Geometry Dash on their mobile phone can just search up Bloodbath and start playing it. It starts being impressive when I actually start making significant progress. I mean, I got 38 by brute forcing it way back in the day, and that freaking... I don't think that was even good for my mental health to do that back then. But now I actually believe I do have it in me to properly beat this here. It's essentially where my skill cap is not the problem, it's my motivation to play at all. Which insane can you recommend to me? If you're talking about insane demon, it depends on what you've beaten already. I mean, Windy Landscape is very fun. That's a... I have been supersonic, but I do not recommend that experience to anyone. It's not good for your mental health to beat supersonic, especially in one sitting as I did it. I grinded it for like 5 hours straight, and I'm not even exaggerating here. I ended up editing down the footage to like, I don't know, 13 minutes. It's actually on my channel, a cut down video of that grind, but I have completed the Furious. I haven't actually beaten the Furious. Let's try to get a quick idea of how hard that is. Sorry for the distraction, people who are here for Bloodbath and Bloodbath alone. Okay, so it's actually ranked insane. I mean, if you can... I think it's pretty safe to assume that if you can beat the Furious, you can beat Windy Landscape. Windy Landscape has a few tough difficulty spikes every here and there, but it's generally not that hard if you... It has some basic level of straight flying in like one portion, but that's pretty much the only significantly hard part of the level. I'd recommend Acropolis, I'll make you much better. Yeah, it'll also drive you freaking nuts. I'm trying to jump from Thanatophobia to super probable level, and I think... I actually do not even know those levels. I took a long break from GD at one point. I've pretty recently, actually, the game has grown on me once again. I like... Check the date on my Windy Landscape video. That's pretty much when I quit. And then skip forward to like 2 weeks before this current day. That's when I started once again. That's how long my break was, approximately. Also, if you do check out that Windy Landscape video, make sure to make fun of my hair, because it's freaking stupid. I have like the emo hair in that one. Also, speaking of hair, I'm not even in frame right now. There we go. I want to know your opinion of my planning. I was thinking on Psychosis, Stalemate, Dream Travel, or Ultimate Demon Mix. I honestly... I'm not an extreme demon grinder, or even insane demon grinder for that matter. I sometimes get fixated on a single level, and that's when I just grind the crap out of it until I eventually beat it. That's kinda like ICDX. I just one day noticed that, wait, when did I get 79% on this? Then I sat down to grind it and got it in 2 days. Bloodbath is something I've always... I could do a relatively accurate no-clip run of it. I'm gonna do a quick demonstration to show. Like, let's do evasions part with no damage on. It's to basically just, you know, I know every click you have to do to beat this level. It's just all about doing it. And that's the big block here. It's gonna take me around 10,000 attempts from this on. And I already have like 9.5 thousand, as you can see. So that plus 10,000 attempts is gonna be like my final attempt count on Bloodbath. If and when I finally beat it. Am I still online? My internet connection is very unstable. Psychosis is there. I don't think I've even... I may have like 2% in Psychosis. I checked my mouse sensitivity just in case. I don't know anything about the modern extreme or insane or just levels in general. I don't actually currently even follow that many GD YouTubers. I'm very out of the loop when it comes to the community. I'm just kind of like having fun with the game. In my own little safe bubble here. Hoping that something would explode eventually. I'm just kind of, when it comes to uploading YouTube content, I'm throwing shit at the wall until something sticks, if you understand that metaphor. So I'm kind of stuck in this purgatory of no viewers, and, you know, that's okay. I'm just kind of... I'm trusting that eventually I'll see the light at the end of the tunnel. That's a very ridiculous death. I came back to GD just this year and so much stuff has changed. Yeah, that's... I mean, not in the game mechanics, because this game has been stuck in 2.1 for the past like 4 years, maybe even 5. Not quite 5, but 4. And yeah, but community-wise, like, when did Tartarus get verified? When did Sonic Wave Infinity get verified? And who even verified it? I've never heard of the person who verified Sonic Wave Infinity. But I mean, they must be a good player if they have the capacity to verify Sonic Wave Infinity. That's the only thing I pretty much know about the person. I mean, Dolphy, I've heard of Dolphy. I think they're the verifier of Tartarus. But that's the only thing I know about this right now. How did you make the no-clip thing? Nah, it wasn't like no-clip, it's literally just the editor feature. When in the editor you go ignore damage, this stick here that I'm rapidly clicking right now. And then when you go test mode, you just... It doesn't work when you actually save and play. For it to work when you actually playing the game, you need hacks. And you know, if I'm creating, I do admit to using no-clip hacks, but when I'm actually playing, I do not want to cheat in this game. Because that just removes the whole point of even playing the game, because, you know, even if you do get a bunch of views for hacking like the hardest level, you're just gonna get caught eventually, no matter how well you hide it. So the glory is not worth it in the long run. The one verified was Danny, he's really good. I mean, yeah, that's the whole thing. You know, I mean, it's like, that's the one thing that demotivates me from playing this game. It's like, even if I did beat Bloodbath, it wouldn't be that big of an accomplishment in the long run, because hundreds of people have already done it before me, and hundreds of people will also do it after me. Like, if I was doing this stream 5 years ago from now, I'd be popping off with like 3,000 concurrent viewers. But I mean, I don't like the what ifs, because that just tends to discourage people. I'm just gonna slowly start catching up. My ultimate goal is to eventually beat Yatakarasu, but you know, that's way out of my league as it currently stands. I have no chance of beating it in my current state. So I'm slowly grinding my way up there. And I currently have no stepping stone demon after Bloodbath. But you know, after Bloodbath is already in the abstract future, so I don't need to like stress out worrying about it. I'm hunching over way too much, my back is gonna freaking break. And that's okay, Nicholas. It was fun having you around. I'm sorry, I'm completely lacking with the ability to speak right now. I wish when Cataclysm was the hardest demon, dude. That I remember when there was a massive debate about whether ICDX or Cataclysm is the hardest demon. I think that ICDX is harder than old Cataclysm, but new Cataclysm wipes the freaking floor with ICDX, no question about it. And I mean, the problem with new Cataclysm, I've complained about this for pretty much since it got buffed, but why did they buff the hard portions? That's why I'm not going for Cataclysm right now, because it just... They buffed the final ship part. The final ship part was already the hardest part of the level. Why would you need to buff it more? Like, if they were to buff, like, the ball part, the UFO part, after the ball part, and stuff like that, I wouldn't even mind it, but... They didn't even buff it to balance it out, they just buffed it for the sake of making it a more insufferable experience. I mean, even Riot himself has voiced his distaste for the decision, so, I mean, apology accepted, I guess. I'm not a fan of Cataclysm, it's so unbalanced. It's all over the place, dude. Like, I may go for it after I'm done with Bloodbath, because Bloodbath is... I mean, even this level has some balance problems, so but it's way more balanced than what Cataclysm is. But the thing is that if I'm good enough, like if I can get good enough to the point where the little roadblocks in Cataclysm are the only thing for me to worry about, I can easily just power my way through the level. Which is why I may go for it when I get better at the game, but for right now I just wanna kinda focus my attention on Bloodbath right now. And I'm also thinking of dropping some levels of my own. Those just take time because my style is very, very slow. I mean, freak it. I'll drop you loyal viewers a little preview. I'm not gonna do a full playthrough of this just yet, but you know, here, gander your eyes at this. Okay, that's enough footage for now. I will upload a proper preview of this. How many attempts do you have so far? In Bloodbath, I don't know how many in total. I mean, this is my newest copyable. I don't know if I even have any more copyables left. No, that's my only one. But in the actual level, it's like more than 9,000. From my old copyables that I've... Thank you. Thank you for your compliment. But yeah, so back to the attempt count. It's pretty safe to assume that it's somewhere in the 20,000s on those lost copies. But, you know, between you and I, let's just say that 9,000, I'll appear way better at this game. If we say that I have 9,000 and not like, I don't know, 30,000. however many I do have, I like to think of attempts as all the times you didn't give up. Yeah, that was like a quote. I think it was like Shaggy23 that originally came up with it. Uh, Attempts are just a number of times you didn't give up. I personally think that attempts, I mean, no matter how you look at it, they in some cases do measure objective skill. You know, the guy who beat Bloodbath in 1000 attempts versus the guy who beat it in 100,000 attempts, who's better? Probably the guy who took only 1000. But I mean, I don't let the attempts to like bum me out. That's not the whole point here. You've heard Alex Payne say it in Supersonic, I think. I don't know who it belongs to. People have credited it to Shaggy23, but there's no telling at this point. I mean, I don't even know if the quote at the end of Yatagarasu is actually something Roftop has said. There's, at the end of Yatagarasu, there's this quote, "It's not enough for me to succeed, others must fail." And I have no idea if Roftop has A, said it, B, if he has, in what context did he say it? Okay, dude, just sure, die in the dumbest way imaginable. Challenge, go. Why did I like tilt my head back as if I was looking up to see the icon flying there? Oh, there it goes. Okay, what is my left hand doing once again? I just... When I play Geometry Dash, my left hand just flies all over the place. It's insane how Yatagarasu isn't in the top... It's not even in the top 50. The last time I checked it was in the top 10. This freaking community is just too good. I'll never catch up. I did a practice run of Zodiac just to see how hard it is. It took me 1600 attempts. 1600! When I originally did my practice run of Bloodbath on mobile when it first got released, it only took me like 500. How in hell did Zodiac take me 1600? On practice mode? Is the level... Is that how good the community just is? Like, more than one people have beaten that level. And even if I were to like randomly upload a video of me beating Zodiac, that wouldn't probably get like 10 billion views with every viewer I'm not making any sense. Commenting, "Whoa dude, oh my god, where did you come from? You're so good." They'll just go, "Wow, cool, GG, I guess." Dude, everyone is just like hacking probably. What time is it? Okay, it's 8 AM. I'ma go AFK for just a brief second. I'll consume some melatonin. That'll start, you know, firing up a little bit, and then hopefully I can fall asleep early-ish. Operation Consume Hard Drugs on Camera has now been completed. I will now return the... No, it doesn't work that fast. Dude, thank you for the good luck. I definitely needed that. Nah, like I mentioned earlier in the stream, I have pretty much every symptom, I don't know how you pronounce that word. Every symptom that is possible to associate with ADHD, I probably have it. Now, I don't have an official diagnosis of it, mainly because I don't have the money. But I've tried every single sleeping hack under the sun. I've tried, you know, making the room colder, not looking at screens for even just 2 hours before bed, reading before bed. And what else? I don't know. Making sure that my bed is soft enough and, you know, everything under the sun pretty much. And nothing works. But the second I started taking melatonin, I immediately just started falling asleep way faster. I think it's generally by just a psycho... hold on, is it just a psychotherapist? Is that what you call it in English? Let's just say counselor. A counselor just interviewing you about, okay, do you have problems with focus at school? How would you describe your general day? And based on your answers, they will then... I guess there are also some brain scans. I think it's like, first they interview you. Then if your interview prompts a proper reason to actually suspect that you have it, I think brains like an... Hold on, what was it? Sorry, I need to focus now. Okay, it didn't matter. I do not know. I'm actually kind of ashamed that I do not know how they exactly do it. Because I'm interested in psychology, so it should be, like, basic knowledge to me by now. But that's how I think it goes anyway. My nose is very itchy right now. Okay, dude. Why do you gotta die at 11%? Sorry for knocking the microphone. Your ears have now exploded. My evil plan all along. So does ADHD make your brain like hyperactive? Yeah, it stands for, hold on, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. And it's pretty much just a combination of not being able to focus as well as having your brain like be very hyperactive, where your brain just jumps from one thing to another, and it's sort of this thing. I mean, Ryan Higa's video on how... Okay, I keep pushing the microphone. I mean, there. I started a sentence, and I just immediately jumped onto another one, even without finishing that sentence. That's a pretty good example. And I did it completely unintentionally too. It wasn't like I made the explicit decision to jump from one sentence to another there. I thought there were new messages, but nope, not yet. But I mean, there's delay, so that probably explains it. Ah, my nose is very itchy. There's no reason for it to be this itchy. A Steam friend of mine is apparently playing CSGO right now. I don't know if you can see my Steam alerts when I'm recording Geometry Dash specifically. That's crazy how you can focus on extreme demons with Dude, I don't know how my brain functions either. I'm probably just hacking without even knowing it. Like, just make your expose video already. I mean, I'm not even focusing per se, it's just the fact that my muscle memory is getting deeper and deeper until I can just finally do it. Not with my eyes closed, but, you know, without actually, like, explicitly putting all my energy into one click, where it's just like... So that's the whole thing where a friend of mine, online friend of mine, said, "Dude, how do you talk while playing?" I mean, the thing is, if I didn't talk while playing, my brain would still focus on everything else but the level. So I might as well talk while playing if I'm gonna record myself playing. Okay, that's a very unfortunate death. Be back in 10, just having food, lol. 10 minutes or 10 o'clock, because I don't know your time zone, buddy. But I mean, Good luck on getting your food. And no worries, nobody's obligated to watch this stream. I appreciate everyone who does take the time out of their day to, you know, hang out. I almost died there. Okay, back to Michigan, back to Michigan, back to Michigan. Stupid straight fly. I'm so stupid. Why am I like triple clicking in the menu? Let's just put it here. Whatever. Okay, so I have no problem straightening myself out when I'm on start position mode, but when I'm actually playing it on normal mode, I just completely black out. I mean, I guess it's all about just hammering Michigan's part down until I get consistent enough at it. Okay, I have the straight fly now down. Good enough, I guess. Let's just sort of hammer the UFO part in my head as well. Okay, that's the one thing I dislike about this UFO portion. It's so unforgiving in so many ways. I could already tell that I would have died even if I had made it to the green portal. Okay, there we go. I'm surprised that I got it 2 times in a row. Okay. I do wanna future-proof my upcoming runs. So we are gonna practice Crack's part as well, just in case, to maximize any potential future progress we make. Okay, that's very funny. This game's hitboxes, man. It looked like I was no-clipping there. I probably am. Dude, expose me already, dude. I'm like hacking right in front of your eyes. Okay, dude, stop being that dumbest person on planet Earth. Okay, this is actually a decent run. Okay. 42 to 73, that's... I don't think I'm gonna upload that as an individual run, but I mean, I'm gonna highlight that if I do make some kind of a highlight thing at some point. Let's practice a little bit of Etzer before we go back on normal mode. Because Etzer's part is a hassle of its own. Okay, dude, sure. Die in the most humiliating way imaginable. Funny number, 79. I just made sure that my webcam wasn't covering the test mode text. I don't want to mislead anyone into thinking that I'm on normal mode. I don't have it in me to make it here on normal mode in the current state. Maybe within a week of active grinding. Okay, that's... I need to stop putting my hand in weird positions when I'm playing. Okay, that's very unfortunate. I've gotten a 70 to 98 run once in my life. And needless to say, I was pretty devastated about that 98 death. Okay, 70 to 89 again. Why am I so bad at Giren's part? That's very, very weird. Let's put my start position there for one final time. Okay, so that's where the invisible floor is. Ah, my mouth is very itchy. Dude, I'm kinda interested about this stream statistics. Or not about the statistics per se, but just about what the engagement rate here is. Dude, we have one like literally popping off right now. My day has been made. I'll end the stream in half an hour from now. Let's actually... I'm having some trouble breathing there for a second. No, I don't have any chronic, it's just in the moment. Let's put the start position in the start of the wave in order to practice the transition into the shift part. Except that I'm apparently bad at the wave too today, wow. We're just bad at everything we're doing. Okay, what am I doing? What am I expecting to accomplish here? Dude, I did it, I did it. I can't believe I've achieved such greatness in my life. You know, this is something that's going into the resume for sure. Dude, I beat Giren's part with the start position. There's no achievement better than this here. Okay, that was a good little... What is it? 83, 85 to 100 run. Okay, back to normal mode we go. We're just gonna have to trust the fact that we're actually getting somewhere. I'm gonna move my pop filter around. Sorry for the little crackle there. A really good one of the first attempts. That was the second attempt of that particular sitting. I need to sit straight. My back is gonna break at this rate. Dude, stop dying. I could see that death coming from a mile away. That death I couldn't see coming from a mile away. My foretelling abilities are not quite that good yet. Dude, a click-through rate of 31, that's amazing with my numbers. Absolutely phenomenal. That's heartbreak right there. That's worse than heartbreak. Just watching that ball just descend into that pits of shame. I salute to this fallen hero. Goodbye, old friend. I'm kind of toying with the idea of putting my chat on the screen at some point. I mean, yeah, the only problem with YouTube streaming is that I don't think it's possible in the same way as it's to do with Twitch. You know, Twitch has the whole having the chat visible with a transparent background. My eyelids felt kinda heavy there for just a second. I think the melatonin's kicking in despite me staring at flashing lights. I mean, once my commentary starts getting slower and my observations start making less and less sense, that's pretty much how you know I'm about to fall asleep on stream. And I'm exactly 23 minutes from now, I will end this stream. That's when I'm start, you know, going through with my evening routine. And then eventually going to sleep. What was that? The game just dropped like 1 billion frames there. I mean, it was amusing for the very least. Ah, that 11% death is always a heartbreak. It never ceases to startle me and ruin my day. I think I just like almost stepped on my big toe while sitting down. Yes, I am that capable. I'm very surprised that I survived there despite stopping clicking. I just stopped clicking in that straight fly part for no reason, and that almost ended up being a detriment. I'm gonna move my mouse pad a little bit. Oh, unfortunate that I died there at 1% at the time when I was completely distracted. My face is just generally itching right now. How red is my face? Can you tell from the... It's pink, but not red per se. It's cheating up from the lighting I have. Which is literally just a, you know, a desk lamp. I don't have like crazy YouTuber lighting. This microphone looks like a YouTuber microphone, but even this wasn't like the most expensive thing from this to pick up from the store. But I mean, it's high quality at least. But even my webcam was like 40 euros. Stop dying at 11%, dude. That's not the cash money thing for you to do. I saw that coming as well. I just started curving with the ship all over the place, and that just ended up being my fate. This is very discouraging. Just dying over and over. I'ma just take a few minutes of not playing to gather back some of my muscle memory. You know, my right hand is actually sore from all this playing, and it makes no sense. How can my right hand be sore from just clicking the mouse? No, or it's not like hurting. It's just kind of like it feels light, as if I was working out for all this time. Like 2 to 3 minutes, I'll go back to playing. I'm gonna take a sip of my water, which I apparently had here. Dude, like half an hour from now, I'll just have to run into the bathroom. It's like pissing down a chimney, dude. It's all just gonna come back. And then I'll have to actually deal with the consequences. But you know, it's the future, SG's troubles or whatever. Hold on, let me drink away from the microphone to not generate any excess mouth noises. It probably almost looks like I'm sucking on a phallic object there. That just increases the hilarity of this here piece of content. How long has it been since I declared my break? 2 minutes. 1 or 2 more, then I'll go back to the level. Little knuckle crack. Gamer certified. I'm thinking of renewing my stream layout. It could be made a little nicer. But that's kind of... I mean, right now I have no means of actually doing it. I just drank like a liter of water. It will actually take my body a little while to process all of that. I'm really getting tired over here. We're gonna keep going until 9. Just 1 more minute of resting before I go back to the grind. Oh, I keep knocking the microphone around. This is how you gain viewers, everybody. My scalp is like actually itching. I've been streaming for 2 hours. The time just flew by, and I've dropped 1,000 frames during this 2 hours. So if it's 60 frames per second, that's approximately around like 200 seconds of content of dropped frames. I mean, that's what to expect with my internet connection, dude. This is not made for streaming. I'm probably torturing the internet here. Okay, let's go back to playing and let's just power through this final 15 minutes here. I don't think... Without a miracle, we're not gonna be making any new progress. Why did my ship like fly into the orbit there? Dude, my focus is all over the place. What is going on with my brain? Is this what it feels like to be high? Okay, that's a nice little welcome back, I guess. Just a slap across the face. Okay, sure. Back to Michigan. Oh my god. Quack. I think he said swag actually. My heart is beating like crazy. %44%, dude. Oh my fucking god. I'm shocked that I even made any progress on level of this. Well, that just woke me right up. There's no way I was making it past Crack's part with the nerves I just had there. First time I've ever made it to Crack. I might need to brag about this to my Steam friends. I have now successfully bragged to my online friends about this occurrence. Okay, need to calm down the old pump over here. Let's go start position immediately to hone in on some of the consistency I'm gonna need to get past Crack's part. How am I powering through this on the first attempt? On practice mode, but then when I get there on normal, I mean it's nerves, it's nerves. Nerves is the obvious answer to that question. But dude, Bloodbath is actually, this level has really good design, even though like 1.9 isn't the most beautiful era of Geometry Dash per se. I mean, late 1.9 is way better looking than the levels in early 2.0, but I mean, being better looking than early 2.0 shouldn't be even a milestone per se, except for like a new creator maybe. A new person. I unfortunately do not speak Russian. Kumashesh пройти мой unfortunately, I'm not doing requests this stream. I want to dedicate the stream strictly to playing Bloodbath. Not to mention that I'm about to go to sleep within like 10 minutes from... Well, not go to sleep, but, you know, quit the stream and eventually go to sleep in like 10 minutes. It's getting pretty late, actually. But... you know what? Let's check it out. Nothing came up. Okay. Is this your level? Is this gonna be like a funny screamer prank on streamer compilation? Okay, I got pretty far. There you go, my dear friend. Oh, 44 is such an It's like an ugly number to aesthetically look at. I seriously need to beat my current record as soon as possible. That's a very humiliating way to die. I'm not. My pronunciation is already like dying out. You could already tell I clicked too late there. Dude, I'm still processing the fact that I got 44% on Bloodbath. That's absolutely insane, and I deadass did not expect to get any progress this stream. So that just like completely made my week. It looks like I'm choking myself, it's just my left hand is doing whatever it pleases. That's an unfortunate way to die at Michigan's part. I don't know what is going on anymore in any way. Stream is approaching its end. In case I didn't make that clear already from the 10,000 times I already said it. Ouch, I'm sitting in a very uncomfortable position right now. There's so many moving parts in my brain right now. Unfortunate. That 11% is becoming like my level roadblock here. More so than Michigan has even been. I haven't made it to Michigan that many parts yet. I somehow, on one of the attempts I did make it there, managed to power through it and get all the way to Crack's part. So that 11% spike there is definitely way bigger of a roadblock. Not to mention this ball part as well. But hey, I mean, it's not like I'm gonna beat this in one sitting, dude. With my skill level anyway. I mean, I do wanna push myself though, that's also one of the reasons I am going for this level here. That stupid little final flight all the way to the stratosphere there. My eyelids are feeling very heavy right now. Well, I'm just gonna power through, might as well. But when the clock hits 9 PM, I'm quitting. That's something I hope I've made very clear by now. The way I'm gripping my mouse right now is very uncomfortable for my hand, but I can't change it mid-run. Okay. That didn't help at all, even letting go. And my nose is itching mid-run. I mean mid-run, I'm at the very start. But even so, it's very uncomfortable. It almost physically hurts when I die there. It's like dying in real life, almost. Gosh darn it, the one time I make it past the ship part. I don't even get a shot at the ball part. Like a proper shot, I mean. Okay, my angle in which I came through that ship portal just was completely wonky and all over the place. Okay, my back is itching now. Like what else is gonna itch? My balls. My balls itch like a motherfucker. It's me, corpse. That's not a good corpse impression. Why do I always get that reaction to dying there? It should be pretty common at this point. Okay, the screen just scrolled again. God damn it. Browser, why do you have to do me like this? Okay, we're seriously approaching the final stretches of my stream here. But this was really fun to do live. I wouldn't have had the energy I had if it wasn't for the wonderful people joining me on this painful ride. So I'm definitely gonna do this again in the future. I thought I would die at 11 again, so I almost stopped luck, essentially just almost gave up on the attempt. Okay, this is not a trail. This is a humiliation. Okay, dude. 3 attempts. Then I'll wrap things up. 3, not 2, not 1, not 4, not 7.6 billion. 3. Two left. One left. Okay, at least the final one was kinda decent-ish. Okay, that's gonna do it for this particular stream. I'm definitely gonna do this once more. You know, for the people watching in post as well. I'm gonna try putting, maybe if I put my current percentage in the title, I'll maybe generate some more viewers as well, you know, but that's not something I need to worry about right now. I appreciate every last one who visited me during this little fun funky live stream here. My leg is itching. I'm just scratching it off cam. Or maybe it's my ballsack, you'll never know because the camera's not showing it. That's all besides the point. Bye bye. Farewell. I don't know. Baka, in case any